What I'm doing isn't going to be what I'm normally doing because I have more predictions, and I think you want to hear these. They have to do everything from the Ohio burn to it's just I got a bunch of messages, and I really want people to hear it. And so don't ask me questions. Don't get on here and start demanding and screaming at me because people are usually, some people are pretty pushy. And this is important. This is stuff that I'm going to say is important. Now, if you don't know, I've been cursed or I've been blessed. I'm not sure which with this ability to do predictions. And my accuracy is very high. Hi, guys. And I'm going to share this with you. And so I want you guys to hear some of this. And I'm putting my candles. I was so paranoid. I'm going to be honest with you. We were just watching, my husband and I on TikTok, somebody trying to burn snow here in Wisconsin, and it wouldn't burn. Well, I just went and did it. My snow, it was normal, like regular water. So thank God. I'm starting to freak out a little, because we are not that far. How many hours is that? Maybe 6 or maybe 10 from the big spell. I have to go get my to light my candles because I've used it for the snow. But I just want you guys to know that I've got a lot of predictions coming. And you may want to hear these. And I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I think you need to hear them. And I have a lot of it. Well, I don't think it's a curse. I think what's going on is finally greed has gotten the better of this country. And what it is it's not us. It's the greed of our government. And I do want to tell you, I have a lot of predictions coming. I got them. If you guys don't know, although I'm a medium, although I'm a psychic, I consider myself a Gnostic Christian, which is a different type of Christian, which is before the Catholic Church got it. And I think that's where the messages are coming from. And so you might want to hear these. I mean, if you don't, that is okay, but I'm going to share them with you. And every night, it's been just, okay. And so I want to tell you a little bit, okay, so you guys know that I got the Super Bowl, right? One of my followers called me and I said by 10, and she goes, well, you know that there was one touchdown stolen from the Chiefs and it should have been by 10. And I was like, no, I was off by 3. I said by 10 it was 3. Also the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, I've been saying Kyle Rittenhouse would be found guilty and he wasn't. And I said, wow, I missed that one big time. He's now in court for wrongful death and I still say he's going to be found guilty. And so like I said, my track record is good. I have been blessed or cursed, whichever way you want to do it. But I know people need to get these messages because I'm being told they need these. I'm not like a normal medium where, oh, let me do my dowsing rods. And I'm more than that. And you guys, if you're following me, you know that yes, I do readings, but yes, this is national predictions. I've got extremely a high rate. It has been very difficult to get out there. People they make fun of you. They troll you. This has not been easy for me, but I'm going to share with what I was just told. So, thank you, Alex. I'm honest. I can't rip people off. People are struggling, and I know people need to talk, and so I've been trying to cheat. Okay. Okay, this is the messages. Now, I'm going to tell you something. About a month and a half ago, I kept seeing what I thought was a nuclear bomb. I'm going to be honest with you. And I kept going, there's going to be a bomb. There's going to be a bomb. I think it was the plume in Ohio. When I saw it on TV, I'm like, because remember I've been telling you guys for the last 3 or 4 years, grow your own food. And that there would be a seed shortage. And remember in January, the 7th, I believe my yearly predictions were, I said there would be some type of corn blight. There'd be something wrong with corn, and there'd be a corn shortage. Well, we got it. I didn't know if it was bugs. I didn't know. It's something about corn. And I just repeat what I'm told. But I am telling you, there is a corn shortage, and it's on its way. It would make sense why here in Ohio, it's what's one of the corn belts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to scare you. But I honestly, I have packages and packages of my own seeds. I don't think, now you know how you can go to the store to like Home Depot or whatever, and you can, thank you. You can just go buy plants. I don't think they're going to be there. And if there are, they're going to be very low. You need to start planting your plants. I'm planting like 18 different types of tomatoes right now. I'm planting my own garden. I might be going out and buying goats again. Remember, I had goats for a while. I had years, like 10 years I had goats. And when we found homes for them, I said, they weren't being milked. They weren't real tame. They were my son-in-laws. I'm thinking of going and getting some more goats. My chickens, they haven't been producing real good. I've been getting 3 to 4 eggs a day. It's just not much because it's winter. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to tell you some predictions. Okay, so if you're listening to me, I hope you are, because I want this, and I am trying to timestamp these because people are literally stealing my content, literally verbatim within minutes after I've done it. So I'm going to be talking to you. So this is what this is all about. I believe it has something to do with, a lot of this has to do with what's going on in Ohio. Okay. So there's a dark young congressman going to begin changes as of right now. And until then, grow your own food. That is my message. Now, there is a man. He is young. He is very young. He's probably a Gen Z. Coming maybe 30, maybe 30s, early, He is going to try to clean this mess up. We have to trust him. Now, I saw somebody from the EPA that was real young yet he was talking. I don't know if it was him. This guy's African American. I'm not sure what this, I don't know. I just know it's a younger person. Okay. I don't know. I just know that the attempt is going to be made. This is our wake-up call. If we do nothing and now stand around doing nothing, guys, we are going to pay the price in a way we'll never be able to comprehend. This is it. This has to be cleaned up. We have to get things in place. This is not coming from me. This is not coming from me. I'm channeling this, and you guys don't know. I'm not religious, but I guess I would be a follower of Jesus because I'm Gnostic, and Gnostics believe in the Kabbalah. They practice tarot. If you guys don't know, Jesus has come to me and he said, what I do is not wrong. You have been chosen to tell you people stuff. I don't think I'm wonderful. This could be taken from me tomorrow because it's not me. But they're telling me to tell you this stuff. So please listen. There's going to be somebody coming in within the next couple of weeks or so that's going to have a new agenda idea to get this cleaned up. This is the wake-up call. It can't happen anymore. Now, I want to tell you also that I was told that April and May, there's going to be riots, and I've been saying there's going to be riots. But it's not going to be riots as in in the way we think. It's going to be protests. I really think, now I don't know if you guys know, but there is a movement to everybody to go on strike in May. I want to show you guys, I want you guys to remember that we controlled the gas for a few days. Remember, nobody bought gas for 3 days and the gas price dropped? Didn't drop a lot, but it dropped, didn't it? We have control, and I'm supposed to tell you that we're all supposed to get together and we're supposed to do this. That is what I'm being told, okay? Now, the people that came to me, I think it's Jesus. It might be a guide. He looks kind of like Jesus, and I'm going to tell you a secret about this. I think Jesus or whoever you believe in is going to be the person that comes to you. So if I were Muslim, it would be Muhammad. And I think that my Jesus looks a certain way because I want him to look a certain way. I think that for an African American, he could look that way, or a Hispanic person, and they could look that way. It doesn't matter because it's who you think. You know what I'm saying? Because that's at least my opinion. Okay. And so I don't care. I think I said in 2020, or was it 2021, that we would make alien contact and that it would be commonplace. We would hear all about the aliens. Now look what's happening. So I haven't missed much. I've missed some, but they've been pretty close. And that's why I know a lot of people are starting to follow me, because it's not me. Just please, like, don't think I'm bragging. That isn't me. That isn't me to brag. I'm not, no. This has been a very, it's been a hard road for me too. Okay. I get people trolling me. I get people like harassing me at times. It hasn't been too bad because I've got great followers who have protected me. Trust me. I've gotten some real loonies on here. Okay. All right. Now, all I know is that here we go. They said to start stockpiling, to not to produce a run on food. Stockpile, especially, this is what they're saying, lettuce and kale. I don't know why I'm being told to tell you that. If there's any way you can grow your own, I am fortunate. I have 5 acres. What I started doing, I even went and got my own, I'm making my own bread. I don't trust anybody anymore. I'm looking at some of this stuff that's in there. That's what's killing all you guys, especially the younger generation. It's killing you. It's a buildup of toxins over time. Like, it didn't bother my generation because it went on to our kids. And so I'm making my own bread. And I went and got a bread maker. And I found out that I live near an Amish community. I am part Mennonite. I bet you guys didn't know that. I'm Mennonite. My great-grandmother was a Mennonite. Anyway, I went and bought Amish bread. One, it's moldy in 3 days. Like, I was so shocked. I'm like, it's moldy. 2, we all went through some type of detox. If you can get bread. Now, I went and bought bread. I went and bought bread on at the store. It was organic. It had no chemicals. It said wheat bread. You know what I'm saying? It was almost $5 for a loaf of bread. But that's why I'm going to make my own. And I'm making food for my own children. My children and all of us have decided we're getting together. We're all growing our own food and we're going to can. It is not as, now my mom, I was raised on an old-fashioned 100-acre dairy farm on the Sugar River in Wisconsin. And that's my grandparents' farm. They knew how to can. They never bought stuff. They would be like, ew, what's that? Because they knew what they were eating. And I never learned how to can because I always said, oh, that's old-fashioned stuff. I don't need to know that. Well, now my daughter, who works for one of the largest salsa distributors on Etsy, because she knows how to can. So we're going to start canning tomatoes. We're going to start canning all kinds of stuff. We're making jams. On my own property. Now, I only have 4¼ acres that are available. Well, actually, it's almost 5 acres. Like 3 of it is horse pasture because I have horses. 2 of the acres is really all. I've got apples, cherries, strawberries, grapes, kiwi, pears, and I just stuck them in the ground and let it grow. And it's time. It's time now. We can't trust these people anymore, you guys. We got to. Okay. You know what? I know everybody said, oh, canning's not hard. I didn't even know. It's really not. You know, you can do it in a 1 pot, right? You can only make 3 at a time, but you do it in a 1 pot. So, and I actually, do you guys know what giardi is? It's like a relish that you put on it's a Chicago thing. You put it on Italian beef. I made my own and let it seal in the fridge, but naturally. And it did work. And there's a way to do it. It's called cold canning. I did that and that did work. But I'm telling you that this is the wake up call. It can't go on. I got ready. Okay. I'm trying to see the top chats. There we go. Okay. And so I'm telling you what is being said and what was being done. And I'm going to probably do an emergency podcast on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Metaphysical Meanderings on Lana's Enchanted Sky is my YouTube. It's also my YouTube, my TikTok, everything. It says to stockpile also grain. Stockpile grain. Which told me I'm thinking right now of going and buying at least a year's supply of grain for my chickens. I just repeat what I'm being told. Okay, so, all right. 1 year worth of stockpile. If you can, bacon and pork. And I don't know why. They said bacon and pork. I don't understand. I'm not trying to freak you out. I don't think we're going to starve to death. I think that mostly the prices are going to go up, or we just have to go back to old ways. Okay, I'm not trying to freak you out. Like if you've got a nice freezer, that's what they're telling me. Okay. Everything is going to balance itself out, and you will start seeing improvement from this big old mess in about 3 years. 3 years though, 3 years. But here's interesting. You're not going to see symptoms of people really, really getting sick for 2, which concerns me. And I hope the people that are living very close to this are just leaving. There's a lot of people that just walked away, and which is really sad. It also said to make sure I plant my own broccoli. Don't know why, but plant my own broccoli. Okay. What did I say about bacon and pork? If you can get some stockpiles of it and you eat a lot of pork, I do not eat a lot of pork. I eat very little pork. But they said to stockpile it, and I don't know why. I'm trying not to scare you, but it says there might be a shortage of pork, and they didn't say beef. They said pork and bacon. Remember, my accuracy rate is approximately, 92% right now, maybe even 93. With the Kyle Rittenhouse thing not being wrong, possibly it'll go up even higher. So, and remember, I'm channeling it. I want to say the aliens are here. I want to say, people keep asking me, and I've never been into the alien thing, but now they're here to help. They know this is a mess. They know we're in trouble. Okay. Now, I did say to you guys, and I've said this 2 years ago, that the population of the world is going to go down to 5.5 million from 8 billion down to 5.5 billion. That's almost half. Okay. I don't know why. I want to say people just aren't having kids. And if you watched my podcast way back in 2020, I think it was 2020. I've been doing my podcast since 18. Yes, it was July 18th, 2018. Yeah. I thought it was 19. No, it was 18. So I've been doing predictions since then on here, and it took a lot of courage to do this, you guys. You guys have to understand, because I think about it, I'm out there for the world to see, and when I'm wrong, right? So it's been hard. That part of it's not been easy. But get as much grass growing for okay, this is what they told me. And I have 4 horses. And they said, get as much grass growing as you can. So get as much grass growing for my horses. Now, I always said, and we've always kind of made a joke. I've been here 16 years, and we bought the farm. I said, well, when the world finally folds, we've got transportation. And we used to always joke about it. We're not joking anymore. We're not joking anymore. And because I've got all my horses pull carts, so just like old fashioned, So you know what? Somebody just said that they got the seeds. I still say you should grow your own seeds. I don't think, because you have to remember, California had all that flooding, and where do you think most of Burpee is? Burpee is, like, for me, I'll go buy some tomato plants from Burpee, right? I don't think they're coming. And if they do, there'd be a very big shortage. So what I did is I have like 18 different types of old-fashioned heirloom tomatoes, the black ones and the ones with stripes. And I got one called Smurf. It's a brand new, but they're all organic, and they're all, and I got a lot of the seeds from Amish. So, okay. I still say, okay, this is what I wrote, and I'm writing this at night. They're talking to me at night, okay? All right? I'm not answering questions. All right, I'm not answering questions. All right, because this is important. Okay, I still say there's a seed shortage, especially tomatoes, and something about onions. Something about, I don't understand. I just know that they show me or they tell me, and I write down as fast as I can. Okay, there's another gas or electric shortage. Now, I think that's in the house. Do you know how it's gotten expensive? And you know that it's all because of greed. You have to understand, this is now the age of Aquarius, guys. These these constructs are folding because love will reign. Bartering will reign. You're gonna move to the beat of your own drummer. That's why there's been such an uptick in businesses. You have to understand, and I have to laugh because I'll tell you a really quick story because I had to laugh. So I got a review from somebody, right? And I had to laugh because he had said, I want a new job. And I said, well, and he's like, well, when Trump's reelected, I said, he's not being reelected. And so he gave me a review of 1 out of 5 stars. And he said to me, she's delusionally liberal. I said, I'm more of actually a moderate, but I had to laugh. Wake up. They're coming. We're coming for them. We're coming for the billionaires. I have been saying this I said, this is all, and I made the comment, it's all from now, and that was in 2021, I believe, until 2025 or 2026. All of this there's change going quickly. And it's going to end up being okay. It is. But we got to band together. You know what I'm saying? All right. So here's some other things. These evil corporations are harming our creation. That's what I got from, and remember, I'm talking to angels. And if you guys don't know, if you haven't been following me, I'm doing angel work. I had no idea that Metatron, oh my God, it really works. I'm surprised, honestly, that I don't have any orbs around me. So it's very surprising that I don't, because if you guys see, I have an hour and a half of so many orbs and angels around me. When we blew them up, because I was praying Metatron, he is the archangel of the seraphim, which are the little tiny angels that give you information. So yeah, but anyway, this is coming from beings when I'm you know how when you're half awake and you're half asleep. That's the time at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and just start writing, and that's how I've been getting my predictions. Okay, and yes, I'm going to be posting these on my website. So if you guys have not checked out my website, landisenchantedskye.com, there is a page of predictions. I have not updated it. Honestly, I'm busier than a freaking beaver, you guys. It's just gotten crazy in a good way. So just remember that, okay? Okay, there is some type of supernatural interaction going on that has to do with helping us with this ecological mess we're in. Now, I want to say some other thing. Now, I'm an environmentalist. I do not spray. I will not spray. I don't care. Oh, I got a weed. Oh, well. I have noticed there's no birds. You notice that? There's hardly any birds. You notice that? Pay attention. Just pay attention. They've said that since 1970, there's been a 60 to 70 decrease in percentage in birds. And I noticed that because remember I have chickens and I don't like the wild birds around my chickens. So I kind of try to keep them away. And so I used to feed them. So I quit feeding them. And I've just been paying attention. There's none. Listen, go outside and listen. You don't even hear them. I'm very serious when I say this. There's something bad. It's just not good. All right. But they're telling me to tell you that this is the wake-up call. If you don't do something as of now, it's done. It's okay. All right. And so, okay, we're going to hear about a kid's fever soon, a disease or something that's going around. It's kind of like, it's not COVID. It's about kids are getting it. Now, my granddaughter, I've got 2 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, and one of my youngest granddaughter's 3. On Saturday, she started getting a seizure. And I'm like, oh my, and my daughter calls me, she's at the emergency room. She had 105 temperature out of the clear blue. And within 24 hours, it was gone. Now, that's the third child that I know that has happened to. There is something going around. Please be careful and keep an eye on your children. And then 24 hours later, she's fine, but her blood cell count was high. And the doctor's like, oh, she has a seizure disorder. No, this is the third. And I'm not kidding when I say it's the third one. And no other symptoms, just this really high fever, almost like a seizure. And then they're done. And she hasn't had any trouble since. We're going to hear about that too, what it is. You're going to hear very soon about it. Now, if you guys don't know, I predicted January 7th, we were going to redo the woolly mammoth. We were going to try to recreate the woolly mammoth, and we weren't going to do it as and this is on January 7th, so please watch it because it was before all this came out. That we weren't going to clone it, but it was going to be something like a clone, and that's exactly what's going on. Why they give me this stuff, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, some of it's so silly that they give me, but maybe it's because it kind of lets you know that what I'm doing is accurate. I mean, I know, and I'm going to tell you that the up and coming meat of the United States is the buffalo. The buffalo is going to make a comeback in this country. It's going to be, and have you watched now? And I said that in January. Now, have you watched? The Native Americans are getting their land back. The reparations are coming to the Native Americans, and they're going to put buffalo. And there's going to be millions of buffalo. And you need, if you live in the United States, you need to be eating buffalo. You know why? It's one of the highest sources of selenium, which most of us have a shortage of, especially if you have a thyroid problem. That's why all the us Americans here, especially around the Great Lakes, we have poor selenium in the soil, but the buffalo are rich in selenium. And that is why we have thyroid issues. We're not eating what was here. We have to become more part of the land, So, all right, so what else are we getting? Might be a reaction. Okay, this is what I'm saying about this disease that the kids are getting. It might be a reaction to COVID or something related to COVID that just kids are getting. And that's what I got written. So I don't want to scare you. It's like, this is what happens. These kids get this. And I have a friend, my other daughter's nephew got the same thing in North Carolina. So this is around. Okay, and I'm in Wisconsin. So this is around. She was fine. I was playing pillow fight with her like the night before, and then out of the clear blue, her fever shot up to 105. She got almost like a seizure. By the time they got her to the doctor, it was down to 104 something, and they broke the fever, watched her for a few hours, and then it came down to 99. The next day it was 99, and then it broke. No coughing, no stuffy nose. Oh, she did have a headache. She said, I have a headache. We thought for sure, oh my God, she must have a meningitis. Nothing. She's fine now. I just was over at her house. She was playing with me. I was coloring with her a little while ago. Just warning you that there's something out there that nobody's knowing about yet. Okay? For people don't grow, have ability. Okay. For the people, this is my message I'm getting to you guys. For the people that don't have the ability to grow. So if you're living in an apartment and you can't, find somebody who will grow you food, like myself. Do you see what I'm saying? Find a person who has a farm or a farmer that's dependable. Go to the Amish. And they grow food all the time. And if you've never had Amish food, like an Amish fresh cookie, because it's all natural and it's ground up, like the oats they taste completely different than any of the garbage you're getting in the grocery store. And it's the texture's even different in a good way. So if you've never had that ability to do that, pair up with people. That's what the bartering thing is about. It doesn't have to necessarily be money. Maybe come out and say, okay, you're gonna grow my food for me. All right. So what I'll do is I'll come out and weed your garden twice a week for 2 hours a week. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but when you got a big garden like I do, oh my God, I can never keep especially because I'm all natural, I can't keep track of I can't keep up with the weeds. I mean, and I'm laying my straw, and I always lay, what I found that works for me is I lay brown paper bags because they disintegrate, and you lay them and then you put mulch over them. But still, even then, I've got weeds everywhere. It's something like that. You guys need to do that because you need to be thinking about this. Okay, this is what I got also. For some reason, and I don't understand why, pumpkins and gourds are going to be a very important food source coming up. Maybe because they grow naturally. They're easy to grow. I don't understand, but that's my message. Okay. So this is what I got too, and it's not wheat, millet. Millet is going to be important coming up here. Millet. If you guys know what that is, it's like the little tiny seeds. It's kind of like a grain. It's a grain. Okay. Okay, so listen to me. I remember I told you I thought they would ban TikTok. I've been saying this the whole time. I said it for 2 years in a row now. They're going to ban TikTok. They are going to ban TikTok. I am telling you, I know I'm on TikTok, but they're going to ban it. Why? We're communicating. I want to say there might be some type of shutdown of more than just that. It might be phone or something related. There's something going on to keep us from communicating. Because remember, all of my news now comes off TikTok. I don't listen to don't listen to the news sources. Don't listen to them because they're all bought off by the billionaires. They need to be have to band together. It's that simple. And we have to. And what's going on? Why? Because of greed. Greed is, remember, Jesus said to me when he came to me right after the full moon or the eclipse, because that's when he came, like within a week or so. It was wild. Anyway, he said that money is the root of all evil. Not money itself. Money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And it will be the downfall. So you figure that out. All right. This person keeps calling me over and over. All right. Let's see. We will be asking natives how to survive. We're going to be depending on the Native Americans on how to survive. Isn't that interesting that I got that? And here's some of the things that are going to happen now. You're going to see, and I don't want to scare you, but acid rain, trees stripped bare of their leaves. All right. Now here's something. I wouldn't blame them if they refuse to help us too. I've been told, my husband was told he's Native American. He's got family on a reservation, but we tested negative. Isn't it wild? Anyway, and they've got, I don't know. They used to go to powwows. I'm like, sometimes I think that sometimes the Native Americans have taken in people. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of think that's probably what it is. But anyway, I want to give you something that has to do with national. I think there's going to be there may be an assassination attempt on Harris and Biden. Something to do with a car. Now, the last time I said this, I got it right. I said AOC would have an attempted assassination, and it happened. And it's not going to go anywhere. But you're going to hear about it. I would say within this year. Okay. Yes. And so I from what I understand, now it's not me, of course. I'm progressive. I have no comment. I'm trying really hard not to say anything. Yeah. Now, I've got lots. I do have some other predictions that I'm going to save for my podcast. So be watching that and watch that come out. For the people on TikTok, Lana's Enchanted Skye. You can go on my website, check out my predictions there. Now, those are a little old. They haven't been updated. I've been busy. Like, this has gotten crazy because Jesus told me, and I'm not I'm not a religious person, but this is what I was told. You have to get to the masses. The people need to hear this. You have to do this. Because I was at one point thinking, I was a little burned out by maybe about December, maybe even November, where I was like, I just need some, I'm working a lot. I'm doing a lot. And I said, I think I'll go back into teaching. Now I retired. I retired early. I was young. And he's like, no, you can't. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Literally, that's what he said. And so I'm like, I'm in service to you guys. And it's not easy because I get heckled. I get people, I think the most, because I'm well educated. I have 2 master's degrees, part of PhD, and don't have the whole PhD because I didn't see a reason for it. But speak 3 languages. Thought about going on French TikTok and trying to, because I don't know if my French is good enough. I used to speak it fluently. Anyway, I think that we just need to band together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to. It's good. It's for our lives at this point. Okay. Thank you. And like I said, this isn't easy. I've had, I think the biggest insult I ever had was what I was saying before, was that somebody called me a card reader. And I'm like, oh God, I don't need cards. First of all, the only reason I'll pull a card is so that you can see it. I don't need it. I'm above a card reader. A card reader is a beginner in my book. So, you know, I've been doing this 26 years, and if that was if anything was more of an insult, that was the one. And I just but I then kind of chuckled, you don't understand me. And I get people, I haven't gotten too many people saying I'm evil, rotting in hell at this point. So, we froze. We froze on TikTok. My phone just went dead off of TikTok. Hold on, I'm going to try to see if I can pull it back up, back to the TikTok people on my other phone. It just went dead. And sometimes it does that, so you know how that is. Here, let's go live. Let's go back to predictions. Sorry, you guys. Okay, live on another, and now, and then predictions. Predictions. There we go. We're going to go back live on another device. Maybe they'll join me again. There. Hopefully they will. I had almost 400 people on there. Sorry, you guys. I am sorry. I did not do that on purpose. You changed from, a lot of people changed from TikTok to YouTube and back and forth. I'm also going to be appearing here on, this live will be appearing on Twitter, on Facebook, possibly on Pinterest, because Pinterest now goes live. So, hi guys, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. My phone went dead, and I should have charged it, and it's my own fault. But hold on. We're notifying that they're live. I had 350 people, so yeah, it looked pretty good. I was like, oh wow, cool, because they listed, they know that I have something to say. It's that simple. I'm just trying to tell you guys. Loretta, I will answer questions. I will do that, but just to let you guys, I lost my lost my phone. I have an i11, iPhone 11. And it just went dead. It needed to be charged. I knew it. I thought it would last, but it didn't. And I've been on here 37 minutes is all. I was going to plan on being an hour. But thank you guys. Yes, I'm back on. Hopefully I had 350 people watching. So I'm just on TikTok. But and if you guys don't know, my podcast has got 1 million live watchers. So I'm doing the Angel series, but I think I need to do predictions because people need to hear stuff. People are anxious. People know something's up. So sorry, Loretta. No, I am doing questions, Loretta. Okay. So yeah. So sorry, you guys. Sorry. Here they come. Here's 150. Sorry, you guys. Didn't do that on purpose. Yes, thank you. What's the name of my podcast? Metaphysical Meanderings. And you can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can find it. There will be a link soon. Supplied on my new website. I have a new website going up with, by the way, a class per week, like a subject. It'll be maybe a Wednesday where it's like at 7:00, and whoever pops on pays $10 and can hear what I have to say. And it's, you know what I'm saying? And where you can, and I'll be doing something. I could be teaching just the basics of tarot, or, it could be a lot of things. I do life coach. I've got about 5 people now that I'm life coaching. A couple of them are helping them start their businesses, because if you guys don't know, my business exploded and I must be doing something right. So I'm sharing my knowledge because, man, you have no idea what I went through with the government, and I didn't think I'd ever get the hang of it, but I think I'm doing okay now. Had to pay a bookkeeper now. I have a professional bookkeeper. Whoo! Yeah, so there's still only 200. I lost 100. What are the things in the sky? Those are not what you think they are. I believe, from what I feel, they're harmless. They really were like a weather balloon. I don't think they were surveillance necessarily. But I do want to say that they have shot at aliens. There has been something. There's something out there. I know there is. And I have been predicting that for years, that we would make contact. And it's so funny because everybody's like, before you're crazy. And you're like, I literally have been told I'm crazy. And I do want to also tell you, if you have not heard about this, is that there will be a war in Southern Europe. And I don't think it's from Russia. I think it's within. So somebody said Armenia, they thought. And I also made a prediction last year that eventually Putin would attack another country to the southeast of him. And now look on the map, it's Moldova, and they're talking about it. You know, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I just, it's been crazy. And see, I lost a lot of the people. I only got 150 back. So sorry, guys. So yeah, I lost them. There's nothing I can do. But anyway, that's all right. I was pretty much done with what I was going to say. I agree, Elisa, that we're not the only creatures in the galaxy. I agree. So yeah. Anyway, I will take a few questions, and I'm being nice because I don't have to, but I would appreciate something in return. Now, I want you to explain this. I'm not being greedy. That's not what this is about. I can't keep giving and giving and giving, because what happens is we create karma. Okay, and by creating karma, then like I've got ties to you into another lifetime. My plan is not coming back. So I really don't want all this karma. So what you need, if you're going to, is Moldova going to be attacked? He's going to go after a country to the south of the Ukraine. And it's more like the southeast. And I said that in 2021, by the way, 2021. So hold on here, you guys. I'm going to go into hold on. I got to get a different, I don't want you connect. I want Bluetooth. I'm trying to go online here, you guys. I'm going to go on my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is better. You guys have trouble with a Samsung phone? Have you guys had trouble with your phones? I have had a wicked time with this phone, and they said that they are bad. So there we go. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. I've heard that they're bad and people don't even know, and you're supposed to take them in and have the antenna looked at. But I've had trouble with this phone since I bought it. Anyway, there is I thought it was Kazakhstan, but no, it's not. It's more like a Moldova. It is. There's going to be something. Now that's different from what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about now, to the south, like southern, I don't want to say it's up in Northern Europe. It's more central to southern. So we're looking at Czech. We're looking at that's down there. Armenia, something down there. There's maybe it's even a civil war. I'm not sure, but there's some type of skirmish. We're not involved. I don't feel China's involved, and I don't think Russia's involved. It's all by itself. So, okay. All right. So, but yes, I will take questions, and okay, I'm okay. And if you start seeing me lose weight, I started jogging. Now, if you guys don't know, I've had knee surgery. I'm not supposed to. So I put all this weight on. I used to be a huge jogger. Like it would be nothing for me to do 5 miles. Well, I did, I walked like 3.5 miles an hour, which is almost a jog. At about a 4, you start to lift your feet up, right? And so if you guys see me starting to drop some weight, because I'm trying to drop weight before I have my weight loss surgery to see how much I can get off by myself. And I do feel better. I've always been a heavy exerciser. I played semi-professional tennis. I toured. So believe it or not, way back in the 80s. So, yeah. Okay, so hold on. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Shantae. Thank you, guys. His fairy godmother, will I stay in your same job or will you get a promotion? Neither. You have an opportunity to actually, will you stay in your same job title? I think you might actually leave. There's something coming your way and you can't turn it down. It might be it seems like it's a job location change. So maybe it's another facility if it's within the same job, but I don't know about that. It's kind of weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Don't turn it down. It's coming around, something's around April. Now, remember that I'm also a budding astrologer. I do not exactly know what I'm doing. I can look to see what you are, like your sun, moon, and rising, and your north node, and I'll know a lot about you. But I haven't yet to learn transits, but I am. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret that's going on for me right now, and I don't know if it's going on for you guys. So you let me know. Is it for you too? Because Neptune is sitting right on top of my Pisces, and I'm super psychic. Like, it's super, I can't turn it off. And I'm like, why is it so intense? Because everyone at every Halloween, it gets like this too. So there is something to the Halloween thing. But, and I can't turn this off. Like I'm walking around in stores walking up to people going, well, I think I scare them. But I can't turn it off. I just can't. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, if you're going to take advantage of me, take advantage. I mean, I can't. I go to sleep with it. I wake up with it. Because, I'm actually very, very good I've mastered turning it off. Like I can go in a large crowd, completely turn it off and not absorb energy as an empath from other people. But I can't right now. So have I been out in the public much? No, I've been hanging around the house reading. And I think that's one of my friends said, that's the way because I'm a Pisces moon, that's the way a Pisces would deal with what's going on with you. I said, yes, it is. And I do feel, and it calms me. My mind's somewhere else. And from what I say, I'm told it's going to last for about 2 weeks. So it's real intense. And like I said, I'm also trying to get my book out called The I Am Plan. It has to do with manifestation. Very, very simple way. A lot of these places like The Secret, which is a bunch of crap. Anyway, they don't tell you how. They tell you just think about it, it'll happen. No, that does not work. You have to put some work with it. And so I'm writing a book on how to do that. And I is the acronym. It's I is intent, A is align, and M is manifest. And I'm half done with the book, almost 3/4 done. I'm going to try to send it to Hay House or to Llewellyn. So let's keep our fingers crossed so I can get it out. Because I have about 5 books in me right now. I am a published author. One of my books would be banned in Florida. We had heard it might be, called Just Shades of Brown. So if you have not looked at that, you can go to my website. And you can buy it anywhere. You can go to Amazon and buy it too. But you can guess what it's about. So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so here, we're going to take questions. All right, so, yay. Okay, so now remember, you guys spin. You guys flip. There's a couple hundred on here now. It's down now, numbers. Do you see me completing this job assignment or leaving early? You're completing it, my dear. Melissa, complete it. Evan, are you a boy? If you're a guy, it's hard for me to tell. I think you're having 2. For women, if you go, I'm telling you, I was the one that went viral. I had over 1 million hits on TikTok. You go right here in between these 2 big lines and count the lines. That's how many kids you'll have if you're female on your dominant hand. Okay. For you, it's not, because it doesn't work for men, but I do feel like you're going to have 2. There might be 2 boys. Might be a girl, boy. So either girl or boy or 2 boys, but not 2 girls. I don't know why I see that, so I see. Okay. Alex, honey, yeah, hold on, honey. I did miss it. They're rolling, Okay. Did your crush Skeet look at the Valentine's post for him on his Instagram, and did he like it? Yes, but he didn't say anything to you. He saw it, though. Yes, he saw it. He knows you like him. You know that, right? No. All right. Do you see your son, Brendan, getting engaged to his girlfriend soon? Not for a while. There's a very real possibility towards the end of the year. Okay? All right, you guys. I'm not going to be on here that much longer. I'm trying to make sure I get to your questions. If you've given me like some hearts, like hearts or flowers or roses or something, I try really hard to put you first. Okay? Are you moving within the U.S. or overseas? I think you might move overseas, Shelly. I don't know why but I see water. Okay? Thank you. Because, I don't make much off them, right? You have to understand, anything you're giving me, I'm getting half. Because YouTube takes it, and so does TikTok. So, okay. All right. Hold on, you guys. Are you in your forever home? For a very long time. April, for a long time. Years. Yeah. I'm one of these people I didn't want to sell my last house. I'd been there 12 years and we wanted land. And so we bought 5 acres and I didn't want to sell the house. I loved my neighborhood. It was in a suburb. It was a suburban type, in a subdivision. And I tried to talk my husband into not selling it. And God, that woman's trashed my house. It was the most cutest yard, because I garden. The cutest yard in the neighborhood. And it looks like garbage. Anyway. Okay. Thank you for the corgi. Will I get the job I interviewed for today? I don't know about that one. You've got something coming though. But it's not more till May or June. Okay? I'm telling you, take advantage of me right now because I am super psychic. It's scary. I'm scary psychic. Like I'm scaring people. We're putting it that way. People in my life even. They're like, okay, mom. My kids are like, okay, mom. I'm like, yeah. Who is visiting you at your front door? And it's an orb. It's almost like a ghost, Nikki. Then she's got somebody visiting her at her ring door. It's not a family member. It's somebody out and about that I believe used to own the land. He doesn't mean any harm. He's just playing around. Is it kind of a bluish? Is it kind of a turquoise color? It's not an angel. Even though Haniel, the archangel, is turquoise. It's not that. Okay. Is Putin going to be around much longer? I don't know on that one, Lisa, but I still say he'll back down. He'll back down in some way. I have been saying it the whole time. People thought I was crazy, and now they're kind of going, because I feel like the Russian people are getting sick of it. You do know that there's a dramatic increase at the border of Russian males trying to get into the United States looking for asylum, right? Like a very large amount waiting for processing. Yeah. My thoughts about Ohio, I just talked about it, Dana. I did a long thing about it. Somebody's coming to help clean it up. Is it going to get better? It will get better. It will not go away completely. I feel sorry for the people that are there. We won't hear about massive diseases for about 2 years, and then we're going to see them. And it'll be like liver cancer and stuff. And they're going to clean it up quite a bit, but it's not going to be completely. But somebody's coming in to make a difference. Okay. Will you win the lottery someday, Natasha? Nothing really big. Nothing really big like you would like. Okay. Some little stuff, yes. I think you'd have better, I think you would have better luck going to the casino. I don't know why I say that, but yeah. Mama Bear, quit yelling at me. You have it in capitals. It's okay though. You're right. Okay, dear, how many do you have now? How many, Mama Bear, you have to tell me, how many do you have? Because then I can tell you. Okay. All right. Hi, Susie. Do you see my finances improving? Yes. Around May. For some reason. I don't know if it's basically you're paying bills off or what. It does, but there is an improvement. Builder dude at V Company offered a scammy deal with David Builder. Follow through for me. Time frame? Oh. So are you going to, so am I? You need to call me on that. Just call me. Just call me on that. Because that's hard for me to go on here. I won't charge it. Just you know who you are. You know, I know who you are. You guys know I know most of you guys, right? Yeah, so I got probably, and what happens is I become a part of your chart. So I know, and people think, how did you, I had somebody call ahead and talk to me in almost a year, and I remembered every single thing she told me. And I'm like, well, didn't you do blah, blah, blah? She goes, how'd you remember that? And I said, I don't know. I don't know how I remember, but I do. And when I shut the phone off, I don't remember anything I told you. So people are like, well, you told me this. And I'll be like, oh, I did? Really? It's weird. It's weird. It's just, I guess it's just spirit like channeling, through me or whatever. Somebody's pregnant right now? I think so. If not, very close. Let's see. So what is it now? It's February, March, April, September, October, November. I think you're going to have a baby around February of next year. So it might not be yet. Okay. I was pregnant 10 months with all my kids. Like I was overdue by a month for the one, 3 days by the other, and they finally just took her and then, induced labor. And then my other one, they induced labor. And I was late with all three of my girls. Like they were happy in there. So I'm very healthy. I'm one of these people who would have like 50 kids, I would have been popping out kids. Yeah, it's like genetic, and my mom was like that too. And so is my daughter. My daughter she got one try, she's pregnant. And so, yeah, she's this. And my oldest doesn't have children because she's waiting. And then my youngest hasn't tried yet. She's only 26, so she's going to wait a couple more years. Okay. Who am I mentoring? I can't say, but I've got 5. And so one's doing tarot. One is reading the Apocrypha because she's a recovering Catholic. And I said, you will open your eyes to read the lost books of the Bible. Open your eyes on this. Her next thing I'm having her do is read the Kabbalah. Because the Kabbalah proves, and Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism. Jesus knew about the Kabbalah. It is using cards. It is using psychic ability. It is everything I'm doing is very much part of it. Now, I have been told I am now. We have a family name that's Jewish, but yet they say we're not Jewish. Now, when I first got my DNA, it said I was Jewish. Now it says I'm not. Now, where did the dark curly hair come from? My grandfather had dark curly hair, and I'm like, and the name is Schwartz. I mean, come on. And so I don't know, but I'm very drawn to the Kabbalah and Jewish traditions. I'm very drawn to it, and I still feel I still very much feel that it is genetic. So yeah, all right, hold on. Okay, you guys are scrolling. Hold on. All right. Will we end up in war? Well, we will eventually sometime in our lifetime, in the course of millennia. In the next couple years, we're going to do whatever we can to stay out. I am telling you now that the aliens are the ones trying to keep us from going to war because they're afraid somebody's going to push that button. I want to tell you that. And believe it or not, they are doing a lot to prevent us from killing ourselves. And they have been watching us closely. I don't think we're going to go to war, and at least not for the next 2 years. But there is a civil war going on. Not a physical war like we're going to another country. It's within our country. It's a civil war, and everybody's fighting. Yeah, Yeah, somebody disagreed with me. They thought they thought too that the UFOs are protecting the planet. I'm telling you, they're trying to help us. And I still say that there's a man coming in that's going to help us protect the mess that we created with this spill. And they need to listen to him. And now, is he working for the EPA? I don't know. I know they interviewed a guy. He's real young. He's African American, and he was like, "I'm going to do everything in my power, and we're going to get." Maybe it's him. I just know that there's a youthful Gen Z type person with a mindset and a talent and an ability. He specifically came to this planet to help with this. So I don't know who it is. I want to say they somehow trap and contain most of the contamination, but I don't understand how. So just wait and is it going to get better? It's not going to get, it's going to slow down is my point. It's not, what's been damaged is done has been damage done, but they're going to contain it. Okay. All right. When will you, Emmy? Okay. Emmy, so when will you be motivated to lose weight? The angel of motivation is Ramuel. I believe it's Ramuel. Don't hold me to that. I believe it is. All of them have different talents. Ask an angel. Actually, every angel's got a zodiac sign too. Mine, I'm for Sagittarius, it's Ragel. For Capricorn, it is Azrael. And for Pisces, it is Sandalphon. And who else was it? I don't remember. Zadkiel? No. Gemini is Zadkiel. See, some of them I know offhand, but that's because I know Ragel was coming to me like massively. Like it was so bad, you guys. Like, do you guys ever have turn your fan on? You guys turn your fan on at night so you can sleep because I like the white noise. And there was something walking in front of that. As I was meditating, and I felt there were angels. They were talking. There was something walking in front of that fan. You could hear it walking back and forth. So something was there. So okay. All right, hold on. I'm trying. Now, if I don't get you, okay, Lisa, if you Gen X, yeah, my fellow Gen X, If you don't know your life's purpose, you need to go and onto Cafe Astrology, and you're going to put in your birth date, birth time, birth location, and you are going to see an upside down U. That is your north node, and that is why you're here. Now me, so I can explain this, is I'm a Taurus north node. A Taurus north node is here to learn how to make money spiritually. Literally, that's what it literally does. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it funny? I'm living my life path. And I've always lived my life path because I was an art teacher. Can't get much more spiritual than an art teacher. How many kids that I helped throughout the years and made differences, you know what I'm saying? But I've done it my whole life, and it's part of my north node. So if you don't know it, you can look it up. I do have a podcast about it, what your north nodes are. You have to go way back into like 2018 or 19. I did a big, long series about it. Okay. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to. Oh, Jasmine, thank you. I appreciate you guys. You know. Lavella, Michael always hears your prayers. Now, you guys do know that they send you stuff. When you're meditating and you see certain colors, there's certain colors that go with angels. When I was doing Ragel, and I first learned about Ragel, I kept meditating and seeing blue, and I swear I saw a gold sword. And I looked this up because I'm like, and sure enough, that's what I was right. They also sometimes they'll send you 222, 333, depending on what angel. Pay attention. They do send you stuff. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna be getting off here pretty soon because I get tired because like this takes a lot of energy, you know. Thank you. Aw, Loretta, thank you. She has 3 kids in it. Okay, you know what, Mama Bear? So how you have 3 kids, you want one more? Yeah, there's 4. No offense if you've had a miscarriage or because I see a 4th child on the other side. Now, sometimes the energy of a miscarriage, stillbirth, or a termination will appear on the other side as a guide or whatever to the other kids. But I still think that's a 4th kid. Okay? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Wait, Nat, dear, what do you need, dear? I won't rip anybody off. And if I ever miss you, hit me up on my website and say, hey, I asked a question, and because I don't do it on purpose, they're spinning. Okay, so you understand, they're rolling, and it's hard for me to get to everybody. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm looking. Will Edgar and I be in a long-term relationship? What are his feelings towards me? He is a Gemini and I am a Libra. That's a good combination. It's a good combination. I think you're going to end up with him. Don't push it. Frankie, do you see somebody coming towards you? Not for a while. October-ish, the second half of the year. Okay? Now, all right, I'm trying really hard, you guys. I only got like 200 now. I was up to almost 400. I'm like, it's okay, I lost you. Yeah, that happens. And I will be doing this. I've been on here 65 minutes. Been on here an hour already. I'm never on here this long normally. I will be doing my live podcast on Saturday. Also, if you want to book, I do have openings. I read on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays. I've offered a couple specials. I've got one special for an hour. You guys can catch me at different times. Also, if you really want just like one question or 2 questions, hit me up on ko-fi.com, ko-fi/enchantedskye. And hit me up on that. You'll find me. You'll see my logo. It's a heart. I drew it. It's a sun and a moon. And you can ask me questions there too. So hit me up on that. Okay, and that's where you join my mentoring if you want mentoring. Like you know what the most of the mentoring is all about? It's like a life coaching. I hold people accountable. So the new person doing the business, she's like, well, I don't know. I said, no. Next time I talk to you, which will be in 2 weeks, I talk to them every 2 weeks for 15 minutes, which is a good deal. It's cheaper than a reading. And I told them, you're going to have your EIN number. You're going to have your plan. I mean, I gave her 3 things, and I said, you got 2 weeks to do it. And I'll talk to you later. And I see I hold them down. Oh, when somebody pushes you just a little bit, you can achieve amazing things. So, okay. All right, you guys, I'm tired, and I've been on here 65 minutes, which is actually very surprising for me. I'm usually not on that long, am I? And I am catching up with my yearlies. I'm only down 4 people. So if you guys don't know, I do a yearly. You can get them. They're not cheap. I'm going to be honest with you, because you know why? Because it takes me like a good week to get them done. Because I study you. I look at your chart. I look at your transits. I look at your numerology. I look at your life purpose, your destiny number. I do all of it, and I put together you, and I literally study you. And so they take a while, and so I'm about a month out. So, but I've caught up. I'm much more caught up than I had been. So, yeah. Anyway. Thank you guys. Be watching the podcast. I'm going to have more. I know tonight I'm going to get more. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, start writing again, and they're going to be giving me more predictions. So I do have to catch up, however, on my website and start typing. Whew. It's just, I've been that busy, and it's just a one-woman show. So think about it. It's a one-woman show, and yeah. So anyway, you guys take care. Thank you. I'm out of here. I'm getting tired now. So, and this takes a lot out of me in almost 70 minutes now. So blessings to all you guys. And sorry I cut you off. I used off TikTok. Didn't mean to. Blessings.